So, hello, once again I'm back on my old trustworthy Dell Alienware M17 R5 AMD edition. And once again, I'm recording locally and streaming today on YouTube live service. Before I will continue, let me check out if the stream is working properly. Yes, it does. Sorry, excuse me. Sometimes just terrible timing. Yeah, as I was saying, I'm back on this Dell Alienware, and I'm still running Ubuntu 26.04 LTS long-term support system Linux distribution. And before I will continue, let me show you the system information, first using the GUI method via the system settings, system, about, and then system details. And here you can take a good look and see the system information. It has 32 gigabytes of RAM, 2 terabytes of SSD storage space. The CPU is an AMD Ryzen 9 6900HX, and the GPU is also an AMD Radeon RX 6800M. And let's go now to the terminal. Let me zoom in a bit. I think this is fine. Ubuntu 26.04 Resolute Raccoon. It's the LTS long-term support version. You can pause the stream, or later on when I will have the video available on my YouTube channel, the video. Just pay attention to the screen resolution. It's a full 4K, 3840 by 2160. It runs at 120 Hz, but I'm streaming and recording, yes, in full resolution, full 4K resolution, but 30 FPS. Anyway, as I said, you can pause the stream and later on the video and take a good look on the system information. Now, what is Ubuntu and what is GNOME? Let us see. I have the Wikipedia here of Ubuntu. Ubuntu is a Linux distribution based on Debian and composed primarily of free and open source software. Developed by the British company Canonical and a community of contributors under a meritocratic governance model, Ubuntu has released multiple official editions, desktop, server, and core for IoT and robotic devices. Ubuntu is published on a 6-month release cycle with long-term support LTS versions issued every 2 years. This one, 26.04, has been released in the late April this year. And this is the Wikipedia page for GNOME. GNOME is a free and open source desktop environment for Linux and other Unix-like operating systems. It is distributed as the default desktop environment of many major Linux distributions, including Debian, Fedora Linux, Ubuntu, Red Hat Enterprise Linux, and SUSE Linux on the Enterprise, and is the default in Oracle Solaris, a Unix operating system. And then here it is, the Ubuntu for Desktops web page. That reads, Ubuntu for Desktops is the #1 open source operating system powering millions of PCs and laptops around the world. The secure modern operating system used by millions, thousands of applications, etc. etc. And this is the part of the official Ubuntu.com, canonical Ubuntu. So when you go and download the desktop version, it will land here. And then this is the official GNOME page, an independent computing platform for everyone, a more elegant way to use your computer, blah blah blah. Anyway, what I wanted to show you today is I kinda hope that it will include my not my updated, that was for Void Linux, my guide for Ubuntu, still a work in progress. Trust me, I'm working hard, and because I'm taking these things as serious as I can take them. You know, busy lives, busy modern lives and all that. To give you an idea, I have installed boxes, virtual manager basically, and then I have installed Ubuntu once again inside this virtual machine. And I have installed most of the stuff that I did on my host, on my system, but still under progress, still under construction. Hopefully tomorrow it will be the last day. So far so good, it's a good progress, almost one-to-one with the main system. For example, the top panel, the application menu, the dock, applications that I have installed, even some theming work has been going on, as you may be able to understand. For example, here's my flat seal app. And working hard on it to accomplish. Even the extensions are here, my system's extensions. But we'll talk about this now. Anyway, I'll shut down now this one. Streaming, recording, full 4K. Yeah, this one consumes half of the resources of my system. I mean this virtual machine. And let's just make sure that it will start down completely. Okay. So I will quit the app now, but also let's use the resources app. Yes, to make sure that it goes away for good. Because you never know. Anyway, here is the deal. As I said, we will talk today about extensions and just a sneak peek of the guide. So I will start with the guide first, the sneak peek. It's Ubuntu. Okay, strains. Where is it? Where is it? I don't see it. Strains. This is strains. Anyway, I will go to my drive Google, and here it is. So let's see, where are you? Okay, this is very strange. I think I double click already, didn't I? I didn't. Silly me. Anyway, let's zoom in a bit. Here it is. As always, when I will complete it, I will let you know about it, and of course I will link it in the videos that are related to Ubuntu later on in the future in all of my videos. You should remember this one always. Attention, remember that the following are 100% correct for my system and my installation. If I have missed a step, made a mistake, etc., please write to me in one of my videos comments. Thanks for understanding. And this one is about 9 pages long. But as I said, work in progress, and some of the things are like easily done because we are using extensions and other tricks with the GNOME with Ubuntu. So yeah, I'm not expecting it to be one of my bigger guides, maybe a few more pages. But then again, I have yet to make the wallpaper and the cursor factor inside the guide. Yeah, maybe around 20 pages, maybe. Anyway, enough with the guide. This was a sneak peek after all. So let's go to the extensions. It's a must to install this extension manager when you will be using your own system. In order to pump up the quality of your GNOME session. And as far as my own taste concerned, I have disabled the desktop icons and the Ubuntu tiling assistant. Also, this one extension list, I haven't found it yet upgraded for GNOME 50. I guess the developer will eventually make it happen. Worst case scenario, maybe I will have to mess around with its JSON file, but I'm not sure just yet. We will see. Anyway, This is one of my favorites, but it is missing in action now. So yeah, let me do this, because this is not our main concern right now. Our main concern are the options of the extensions. So I will start with the weather clock. It's some of the easiest to talk about. Basically, this one, it puts on the daytime here, it puts the weather icon and the degrees, how hot or cold it is. And also it puts this one here, so when you click this one here, you get the weather forecast for today, for and the week. So yeah, not bad for Sweden, I mean. Anyway, and it doesn't have many options. It's just like either left of the time and date or right of the time and date. Nothing else, nothing fancy is going on. So wallpaper slideshow, this one is very good, but since I'm using my own wallpaper jumper, I stopped using it. However, if you don't like my wallpaper jumper or don't want to mess with it at all, just use this one. These were my settings before. So basically you have your own images folder, your own wallpapers folder. You point this extension to that folder, and then you set it how often you want for the wallpapers to change, like a slideshow, and it goes from seconds up to hours. It's up to you basically. Anyway, then this is a must, user themes. It lets you easily switch themes between themes. I'm using, of course, Sweet Dark V40, of course. And then yeah, tiling cell, this is a must. Basically this one, it's this tool up here, or by right clicking on the window title bar, it gives you these options here. So right now I will just click here, and these are the options that I'm using at the moment. Do not worry, there is no need to hurry and copy them. I will try to include them in my guide, both my settings of the tiling cell and the layouts. So there is no need to hurry about it, to copy paste anything. But for me it's a must while working with GNOME 15. Anyway, then it's this smart auto move, and these are my options. Basically I have everything disabled, but I'm using the default numeric values that the extension was set to. Basically this one tries to remember your Windows positions. So for example, let's just say that I'm using right now the terminal here, and I will close it like this. When I will try to launch it again, it has to go there by itself. Boom, like this. Sometimes it doesn't work, other times it works, but I prefer to have this than having Windows spawning all over the place, or side by side to other windows. Anyway, amazing. And then native window placement. This is a minor detail perhaps to most of you. I don't know, maybe this is not a must, but for me it is. Anyway, just perfection. This one is amazing. Basically this I'm using this one, the custom profile, and then these are the visibility sliders. This is the behavior sliders that I'm using, and then this is the customization. So I'll go now on the reverse order. The customize section, behavior section, and visibility. But if you ask me, all the nice stuff is happening on this one mostly. Anyway, you can copy paste the values on your own system, of course. Impatience, just like weather, is very simple extension. It has only one thing to do. You can have your animations, the system's animations, almost removed, if not removed. Still, some animations this extension cannot fix, but like a high percentage, maybe 95-97% of the animations are bye-bye if you will use this extension like I'm using it. Oops, sorry, wrong click. Because I have it in the lowest speed here. Or not the lowest, the quickest if you prefer. And then this is related to the top bar here, that I have it been hidden. This one. So let's see. These are the sensitivity sliders and numbers that I'm using. These are the animation and numeric values. These are the keyboard shortcuts. And this is the IntelliHide section. So reversing the order now, IntelliHide, Intelligent Hide basically, but whatever. Keyboard shortcuts, animation, and sensitivity. Then we have the custom hot corners. I love this one. Basically Mission Commander, I think it's called on Mac OS, or I'm calling it Expose anyway. This is for the top left corner. I have it to toggle overview the upgrade. This is the top right corner and I have it toggle overview window picker. This is the bottom left corner and I have it to activate the screenshot tool. And this is the bottom right corner, toggle overview current app windows. And then I haven't done anything fancy with the keyboard or custom menus, but you can do such things as well. These are my default options that I'm using. Take a look here. And reversing the order, options, custom menus, keyboard, and monitor. Bottom right corner, bottom left corner, top right corner, and top left corner. And yeah, we are almost done. Blur my cell, another must if you like to customize to rise your systems. Manage effects, then I have just this one effect. These are my sliders for this effect. Basically 100 and 0.80 or 0.8 if you prefer. And this one has two effects. This is the first one, just like the previous one, 100 and 0.80 or 0.80 if you prefer. And this one too, radius set at 18 and then top corners and bottom corners. So there is that. Then on the panel I have these. I'll give you some time here. Then the overview, dust, applications, and other. Let me maximize the window a bit. Okay. So I will reverse the order now. Other, applications, dust, overview, panel, and pipelines with the effects that I showed you just before. And then it's the arc menu. Basically it's this menu here on the top bar, and these are my options there. I haven't done anything fancy with it, nothing fancy, so I'll just show you what I actually did. here on the menu button, I choose a new icon by browsing here, and I have set this icon here, and the size is 32. If I remember correctly, I just did these two things, nothing else. Maybe in the past I was customizing the things here or whatever, but not nowadays. I'm not messing with it at all. Anyway, these are my extensions in the system at the moment that are almost compatible with GNOME 50, besides this extension list. And one last extension that I wanted to mention is this one, the Ubuntu dock. Basically, this was for me until this Ubuntu version, the dust to dock. I think it's some kind, I don't know, the background story, what happened exactly, but it's like 99%, if not 100%, the same add-on, the same extension, sorry, like the dust dock. So either the developer blessed Canonical to use it in their Ubuntu desktop, or I don't know, maybe the developer works for them, I'm not sure. Anyway, but here it is. You can check my position and size section, and also these settings here on the intelligent auto hide customization. This is the launchers section. Let me zoom in a bit to make sure that everything will fit in the screen. This is the behavior, and this is the appearance. So reversing the order now: appearance, behavior, launchers, and position and size. Intelligent auto hide. So yeah, and this one basically is coupled, this is the dock, okay, and this one basically is coupled with the system settings, appearance, no, it's not appearance, sorry, Ubuntu desktop, here, Ubuntu desktop, and here where it says dock and configure dock behavior. So this section, together with the extension that Ubuntu calls Ubuntu dock, basically for me it's more or less the dust dock. Anyway, these are my preferred extensions that I consider essential for any GNOME 50 system, but I will leave it up to you. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that more extensions will be updated for GNOME 50. It's quite a major version for the GNOME release cycle. So expect more of better updated extensions for your GNOME 50 systems. Anyway, I think this was it for today. Hopefully all will be well, and tomorrow I will have my guide completed, and then the day after tomorrow, if everything will go well, I will install and have a first go at Fedora 44. Wish me luck on both things, guide and Fedora 44. And as always, thank you for everything, and see you on the next one. Bye!